Bitcoin about to start mooning. We're gonna have a good weekend. I feel it coming. It's in my bones. We got a lot of really good projects launched. I talked about Seed. Seed's up 17x and just getting started. There are a lot of amazing projects that I'm looking into. I'm gonna share them all with you guys as early as possible before they launch. And if they launch, that they're not already overdone, so you guys can maximize the amount of capacity that you can make in this cycle. So we're gonna jump in, do a quick video, like, subscribe, share, retweet, do all the great stuff that helps other people get help from these videos, because I want you guys to succeed. All right, so before we jump in and talk about all the markets, I wanna share you guys a product and a project that I work with as a CSO, the Chief Strategy Officer, and that is EQIFI. EQIFI is a bank. It's got a sister bank in EQIBank. And basically, it lets you do DeFi and have banking all in one. And basically, I pay for everything using the EQIFI bank card. So I can go anywhere in the world, spend money, get loans, use different types of currency, have a full-on, fully working bank account with a card. It's a lot safer than using the Binance card, which now is discontinued. And it's a lot safer than using the Crow card as well, in my opinion, because this is a long-term bank. It does not do fractional reserve banking. It means your money is actually in your account. And if you want to access it, you can. So definitely look into these guys. I've worked with them for a while. I've talked about this a couple times, but never on a video. You should definitely look into them because it solves a lot of my problems in crypto. When I need to send OTCs and get money so I can spend it on stuff, this makes it possible, and you won't get your bank account closed by them ever because you're doing crypto transactions. Definitely look into these bad boys. I love working with them, an amazing team, and it's achieving a ton of stuff in the last 6 months. You don't want to miss out on being in something that is growing and that has a lot of potential to unlock banking in crypto and make them all into one app, which is what I'm working on right now, making it so that you can have a bank account, you have a credit card, you have the ability to lend and borrow and use multiple assets and pay your employees and everything all from a crypto-friendly bank. Check it out, guys, EQIFI. All right, everyone, where is Bitcoin? That's what everyone's been asking me. Coach, when is Bitcoin gonna moon? I think CZ leaving Binance was a very bullish thing to happen. Now, as much as people would tell you the opposite, well, they don't really know what I know, and I know a lot of stuff about this industry, and if you followed me, you would know that. So we've been in this range, and I talked about this range recently as my last video about how we keep coming into this range and we're holding it. I personally believe we're about to break this range and go towards $40,000. I think the market's about to turn very bullish. And usually on Fridays, we have a really nice kickoff, and we haven't had Friday kickoff in the US just yet based off of my time zone where I'm at right now. So we have a whole day for that to happen. Could this be a rejection, Thanksgiving rejection, or will it be Thanksgiving from last cycle where it caused us to start the real bullish movement into December? So that's what I'm watching for. Obviously, people go home, they're talking about the markets being good, and maybe people will come back into the market. I know my own family is asked, but they're around me a lot, so they know. But there's a lot of people who don't know. And so really, really watch this range, because the second we break out of 37,000 or 38,000, 37,938, that's when I believe we're going to retest and start going towards 40,000. So watch that and keep your eyes on it for sure. For the Ethereum, because we always watch Bitcoin Ethereum, it's the same thing. It's in a similar type of range where it's trying to break out this 2,140 range. And where would it go next? Well, it's definitely going over that. We would look into that 23, and I've talked about this zone before, this 2,400, 2330 to $2,400 zone. I'm watching that very, very carefully. If we do break out of this level, we are likely to go there over the weekend. So watch those levels and don't screw it up so that you make money. Also looking at Bitcoin dominance, we see it's kind of stagnating, which is good. And actually the dominance is starting to look like it could get bearish, which is great for altcoins, by the way. And that does not always mean that Bitcoin is going to suffer from that. But if it was ever to do a move on Bitcoin, it would be soon. So keep your eyes open for that. We've been watching Dogecoin, has not done much yet. Maybe it won't this cycle, maybe the first cycle that doesn't, but I'm always keeping my eyes peeled for that. When we look at majors, they're all doing similar stuff. They all look quite bullish still across the board, really. And you know, we had a nice retest on the Kijun or the cloud top right here, and we're in a C clamp now, so it's pulling it back towards $9.40 for Atom. So I'm watching that as well. AVAX has had a beautiful movement recently. Nice little retrace here. Probably could come down a little bit lower, so I'm watching that first. This is technically a bearish retest of a level, so we're watching that as well. Now, honestly, I think a lot of the market's kind of in a more of a consolidation pattern, which you see it comes up and down right now, but we're about to break out of that soon. I don't know when exactly that will happen, but we do have this bull flag kind of really nicely setting itself up on EGLD. I do think we're going to start heading towards that $60 mark sooner, and honestly, a lot sooner than most people think. CAS, this blockchain has literally not stopped. It was under a penny. It is going, since the whole bear market, it's been going higher and higher. I do think that it's limited on its full range potential, like in this cycle, how much further it can go compared to some other stuff. But I do see it as one of those winners for sure. We had KDA at a retest of the top of the Kumo, and we're looking for it to break this 200 EMA, and then, you know, it's got a lot of opportunity to grow from here. Remember that last cycle, this was in the $20 range, so if it goes to $20 from 50 cents, well, you already know that's almost a 40x from where it sits right now. So I'm watching that one, definitely trying to keep my eyes peeled for whatever it is that's coming next. So one I haven't talked about since last cycle is AIOZ. Now, I held a bag of this the whole entire bear market. Probably was a bad idea, but I believed in the team and Ermin and everyone that they're doing. These guys have so many products that they've that I had a call with them like today, and the amount of products they have lined up is wild. Like, I'm really bullish on AIOZ. Think about YouTube and file storage and its own blockchain, all this stuff all in one. Sick development team, amazing people working from Web 2, coming into Web 3 and integrating everything. I think these guys are going to be an absolute banger. You should definitely revisit AIOZ again. Another one that launched, and this is one that I'll talk about very shortly, is Seed. Seed used the model that I've been trying to push on projects heavily. The project model that I'm trying to push on is give everyone all their tokens day one and let people dump day one, and then the dumping's over. There's no VC dumping, there's no retail dumping, and then you can actually grow and start increasing the price of the token based off of people using the platforms, using the services, using the products. That's what we need in our space. You guys, this is up 17x. I talked about it before it even launched. This thing went up over days. It's not been 1 day, it's been 2 days. It keeps growing, and it has a lot of potential to continue growing, being a full tool set for building and launching your own token. I think a lot of people are going to probably come up with similar models. I've already seen one. Something to keep your eyes peeled on. Another one is BART. Now, I don't call BART because people think it's a meme coin, etc. Here's what I'm calling BART. These guys have major conspiracy theorists like David Icke, Jones, a couple others. And basically, I feel like the owner of the Castle of Camelot in England is also involved. I think it's going to have some run, so keep your eyes on that bad boy. Another one I really liked from last cycle that I bought back into was Alliance Block NXRA. Very big on the RWA, real world asset side of things, really connected into the stock market in London, etc. I talked about this last cycle. I think this is also one to keep your eyes peeled on as a potential gainer in your portfolio. Now I'm going to leave you guys off with 1 or 2 projects that I think could have really good opportunities for yourself personally. One of them is Quants, right? This has not really had any type of move since its move in the bear market. I think it's a due for one. And also the chart's kind of showing me that, yeah, this is kind of like showing that it looks bearish, but actually all the signs are quite bullish. And regardless of that, this is one which, being where it is right now and you look at the bear market, it's pretty much in that buy. It got out of the buy zone and hasn't really done anything yet. If you believe in what Quant's doing, and a lot of people do, you should definitely look into it because, wow, it hasn't done a rune yet. But I feel like that's coming. One of the ones I've been following a long time ago, talked even about here going up, was STRAX. STRAX clearly held the bottom very, very nicely. It's going on a run, and honestly, I think it's going to crush its all-time high again. So I'm watching for STRAX. They're an old school play, good project, etc. Theta we've been watching. It's starting to kind of have its move. It had a nice, a Kijin retest right here for the next move up. So that's beautiful. The Kijin bounce trades are really nice to trade as well. I like those ones, as well as my Kumo breakout retest trades and other ones that I've talked about in the past. Rune has had its run, had a nice little retrace. I still think it could come back down a bit more. So I'm watching Rune as well for a re-entry. I took some profit on that and put it into stuff like QNT because it hasn't really gone yet. And it's on my list of tokens. Many of them have cycled, and that's why I build a list so that when one's done moving up, it goes into another coin, and that one goes, and so on and so forth. The other one is HBAR that I put money into. I think it's really not, it's been ranging for quite some time, kind of in this zone, anywhere between 7 cents and 4 cents. It was ranging for a long time. I'm thinking it's going to break out of that range soon enough and at least go back up to 8. So I'm keeping my eyes very well peeled on that. And one of my favorites, one of the ones I really, really like for this cycle, mainly because Near Protocol makes things a lot easier when you're using it. So I'm keeping my eyes on Near. Link, we got, it's doing its thing, but I'm watching for those coins, the quants, the HBARs, RLC, I was watching, it finally started moving, put some money into that last week. And then we're looking at our plays in the AI space. I'm looking at more AI coins right now because, you know, looking at Fame is why I'm in that, is because AI influencers I think are going to be absolutely massive. And so that's something to look at. You also see the breakout of the level on Fetch AI here. That's going to be something like we're looking on Bitcoin right now. So keep your eyes and ears peeled. The graph is also another one about to break out of a certain level, which could go even higher. And even the graph's had a really nice move lately. So keep ready for whatever is about to happen. Remember RSR, I think this cycle's the one where they start to move big time. And you also have their SNX, who's broken out of its long-term since 2022 level right here. So now I'm thinking SNX is going to go for another run quite high. So we have a lot of really bullish stuff going on, which is why I said the bull market's over. And then I said, have fun staying poor on Twitter. I believe that's the real truth. And another one, I'll leave you with my last one to keep your eyes on because I think it's going to make an epic move soon enough, is ANKR Protocol. Cloud computing is going to be big in our space. It has not had a really big move yet. And this thing is 2 cents, and at its top was over 20. I think we're definitely going to get towards 20 again, and it's fully distributed. There's no tokens coming out. All of them been out. So there's only way up. The only way up is up for these guys. There's no one selling into it. So yeah, we got a good market. We're ready for the weekend. Everyone going on the boat, doing all some fun stuff. But wow. You guys should be really, really prepared. Really subscribing to this channel and tweeting and retweeting and getting people to see what I'm trying to help you guys get into before it pumps, not after. All right, guys, so that's it. Hope you guys liked the video. Watch, again, ANKR Protocol, Quant. Keep your eyes on those bad boys and any of the other projects that I talked about in this video. I want you guys to be successful. Keep your eyes on Famecoin when it launches. It's coming out soon. AI influencers are definitely going to be a big thing. And we're going to see many, many more projects. Also, if you don't have banking or you've ever had your bank closed because you are not a crypto-friendly bank, and so they're just like, see you later, EQIFI, guys. EQIFI. I've been using them for 3 years. It works every single time. Their money is in my bank account always, and I love how simple and easy it is to use. And soon enough, we're gonna have one app where you have your credit card you can load up, you're gonna have your bank accounts right there, and you're gonna have DeFi products, one of the ones which we had 17% returns on in the last 2 years by you just leaving capital in. That's pretty good to me, if you'd ask me. Making people, you know, a bunch of ETH for free. All they had to do is just stake it and then earn. So that's really great. So we have a lot of really amazing things happening right now. I want you guys to stay positive, stay focused, because this market is not going to stop. And we are about to go into the real bull market, and it's almost Christmas, and you know what happens usually around Christmas. So take it easy, guys. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday to re-up and look at where we're at then. See you later, guys.
Fat kiddo, fat kiddo.